All right. Is X becoming censored? Is the First Amendment going away right now on Twitter X? This is an important video. I want to break down some of the issues that are coming up right now regarding this H-1 visa debate that's going on and potential censorship. I'm going to share my thoughts on this and some of the videos here that have been, that have been shared around. So check this out. Let's get started.
Laura, real quickly, he's a free speech absolutist. The platform's supposed to be about free speech absolutism. What is your current status, ma'am? What has happened to you on that platform?
Well, if he's a free speech absolutist, why was my account suspended? Why was my verified premium account taken away from me? So if you subscribe to me, thank you for your support, but you will no longer be able to subscribe to me because Elon Musk has suspended your ability to support my work because he doesn't like what I said. If you want to verify that my account is me and it's not some troll trying to pretend to be me, you're not going to be able to verify my account anymore because I have lost my verification, my blue check, because Elon Musk doesn't like what I said. I didn't dox anybody. I posted publicly available FEC records. I didn't incite violence against anybody. I am simply trying to warn the Trump administration about something that is going to blow up in their face. And it actually has the risk of potentially getting President Trump impeached in his second term if the Democrats take back the House and are successfully able to spin and create a narrative that big tech is trying to buy influence and that they are enriching themselves in the Trump administration. I'm trying to warn them about a serious issue on the horizon, and it needs to be taken seriously because clearly the MAGA base is up in arms about this today.
All right, so now let's take a look at the fundamental issue that actually is at issue right now with what's happening with this potential issue on X. So it's actually right here in the Constitution under the First Amendment. It says Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of people to peacefully assemble and to petition their government for redress of grievances. And then in here, it talks about how the Supreme Court has stated that a private entity, X, Twitter in this case, can qualify as a state actor in few and limited circumstances, such as when the private entity performs a traditional exclusive public function, like this massive social media platform. 2, when the government compels the private entity to take particular action. Or 3, when the government particular action, I mean, shoot, we saw that in the past when the FBI was compelling Twitter X, before when it was Twitter, to take particular action. That's on the congressional record. Or 3, when the government acts jointly with the private entity. Well, we saw that also on the congressional record or with Twitter. In addition, some private entities established by the government to carry out government objectives may qualify as state actors for the purpose of the First Amendment. Well, it could be argued right now that Musk being appointed now to a government role, the Department of Oversight and Efficiency, was it Doge, is now his entity is now, at arm's length, a public entity. So that's the big difference, is that the First Amendment applies to public entities. I'm sorry, to government entities, not just every private entity. But this is the connection that makes it applicable here to the First Amendment, that the right of the press, freedom of speech, shall not be abridged. No law shall infringe on this right. So this is a super key element for what's happening right now on X. So here's what Laura Loomer is saying is Elon Musk, who is going to be newly appointed Trump admin member, is now amplifying a tweet from a foreigner that is calling me Al-Qaeda because I disagree with him. So I am now a terrorist for standing up to a billionaire who wants to screw over American workers. Unreal. Let's have a civilized conversation about this and restore blue check mark. So what happens? They took away her blue check mark, her verification status, and ability to make money on the platform, and pretty much demonetize her for saying her position about this H1N1, which really is not important. I mean, okay, so let me just kind of touch on that. I'll mention the topic really quick and then just mention it. So it's basically this, what's called this H1N1 Yeah, it's called H-1B visas. And so Musk supports this. So does Vivek Ramaswamy. So the DOGE new administration supports it. And Laura Loomer and other people in MAGA don't support it. Okay, that's really not too big of an important, and Trump even supports it. And I mean, I'm really kind of indifferent. It's not really the issue that's important. Whether or not people can get visas to work here or more. Okay, so what? I mean, either way, it's really neutral. What's not neutral, though, is censoring speech. All right, that's unacceptable. So it's not necessarily this issue is important to Musk, and he thinks that he gets a lot of workers under this. So he doesn't like people talking out about against it because it helps his company get cheaper labor. So be it. I think it's great, dude. Good for him. Good for him. That's not an issue. I mean, if he wants to support it, and that's his completely fundamental constitutional right for how he's going to run his business. All right. But do not punish someone on a platform that is protected under the First Amendment for speaking out against that potential policy by censoring them and taking away their verification, because that's where the fine line is drawn now. And, respectfully, this needs to be quickly reversed and changed and immediately acted on X. Otherwise, someone like me or me who knows exactly how to enforce this, all right, will stand up and bring this to the attention of the proper court and make it an issue immediately. Not for money, not for financial gains or attorney's fees, but to get the court to declare what it is wrong and unconstitutional as applied. Because it can be done quickly and easily, especially for someone who's coming into office. And it would drastically affect Musk's role coming into government. Because if I got the court to declare that he did an unconstitutional act and now he's taking a role in government, he may not he probably won't get appointed. Okay, I'll tell you right now. That's how much power something like this would have. Because if a court says what he did was unconstitutional as applied, and now he's coming into office, potentially, he's pretty much, his role would potentially be voided or voidable. While I think he's done everything right, and I respect the guy for the most part, and what his policies, I think it's great, and what he's done with X. But let's keep it up, and let's not make sure that he's, Elon Musk is now supporting censoring people just because he disagrees with the position on H-1 visas than what they have. That's unacceptable. It's not about the issue, about whether you like the issue H-1B visas or support it or not. I really am indifferent on it. I know people that have it. I think it's great, dude. I support it. That's fine. But let them have it. And then and those who are against it, let them speak out against it. That's what the First Amendment is all about. That's why X is powerful and important, because people are able to have this debate without being censored and knowing, this is an issue. Because I read the terms and conditions on X, and nothing in there allows them to censor someone or take their verification away for speaking about a political issue on this type of visa. Nothing in there is very specific or even remotely applies to this type of thing. They don't have the discretion to just say, well, we can just censor people on their verification if they speak out against things that we don't like. That's not in their terms and conditions, and if it is, it's unconstitutionally as applied. So my point is that we should, get behind Laura Loomer, support Laura Loomer, and people who are speaking freely, who are exercising free speech. Get behind them, support them, like them, comment them, repost them, and back them up. Not because the issue is necessarily agreeable, okay, but it's because they're just speaking freely and exercising their right as one of the members of the press, as independent journalism. And so let's keep that Elon Musk in check, make sure that he's not becoming some sort of a totalitarian tyrant as he's coming into office, because that ain't going to last long if that's how he's going to operate, and he's going to censor people. That's not acceptable, dude. He's going to face a freaking action real quick, dude. He's going to face an action immediately coming into office. I mean, dude, don't think for a second that someone like myself who knows how to bring an action like this won't bring a mandamus and make him follow the law. Because that's got to be very, very well applied and respected in the First Amendment. You're going to come in. You need to be. People are watching now. We had our voice quieted for so long and censored for so long and got banned off these platforms and shut down that people are like tired of it, dude. It's not gonna stand anymore. So we're not gonna stand up for it. And if it takes getting a group together to bring an action like this, even if it's not for money, that's fine. That's what it takes. We'll do it. We'll get behind Lawyer Loomer and we'll freaking bring an action and we'll cause Elon Musk to show what he did was wrong, unconstitutional as applied, and cause him to be potentially his appointment void ab initio. Because if he's here, he is breaking the law coming into office. Guess what? If you're shown to break the law, when I'm talking about the law, I mean the Constitution, the most important law, the supreme law of the land. Well, you can't be in office. You do know that, right? If you're shown to have violated the law, you cannot be in office. So, Musk, you better freaking check yourself, my man. I'll tell you right now, and make sure that you're not censoring people, because that's unacceptable. And we will rise up real fast and drop you down from being appointed. If it takes a judicial action, that's what it will take. All right. So that's my point, dude. I don't take finally to people with who try to go against the First Amendment, dude. That's our fundamental right here. And anybody who tries to mess with it, they're gonna freaking face the wrath of retribution. I'll tell you right now. So let's keep everyone peacefully and respectfully on the issue, and civilized, and make sure that we use the judicial process efficiently to bring such a challenge if necessary. But hopefully it'll get resolved here right away, and we can end the censorship. Go for it, Laura Loomer, supporter. Later, dude.